Hello everybody, my name is Ahmad Nobah and I would like to welcome all of you in our knowledge sharing for better quality sessions. And today's live webinar we will be discussing the top 2 plans in the Pinnacle treatment planning system. So this is the agenda of today's talk. So I'll start like introduction for about 15 minutes. Then Timothee and Ruef will present for about 20 minutes for his plan, and then followed by Ludovic, and then I will have some announcement to make. Now, as we all know, the goal of radiotherapy is to deliver the optimal dose to tumor and minimize as much as possible the normal tissue radiation. Now, as quality specifiers, we have, in order to have the highest quality, we need to make sure that the tumor control probability is the highest and the normal tissue complication probability is lowest. We can make sure that tumor control probability is the highest through achieving the dose homogeneity as well as the dose conformity. When it comes to the normal tissue complication probability, we can make it the least by simply increasing the dose conformity for the target, and this way we will reduce the volume of normal tissue dose or dose spill, as well as sparing the organ at risk sparing the organ at risk close to the target. Now, in order to achieve high quality plans, planners worldwide need to have two very important factors. The first one is the personal planning skills, and the second one is a treatment planning system understanding. You may have a treatment planning system that is very powerful, but you don't understand it, and you don't have your own strategies and techniques to use in order to achieve high quality plans. So in this case, you cannot blame the treatment planning system. You need to work on yourself in order to understand the system deeply and also achieve high quality plans. Now, in radiotherapy, in most clinics, in most of the cases, the criteria are achieved, but now the plan quality varies between planner to planner, and this happens because simply they have different skills, they have different treatment planning system understanding and different experience. This also causes the plan quality to differ from planner to planner. And now the question that comes, is there a way that we can unify the quality of plans in a more objective approach? And the other question is that, is there a way to stimulate planners worldwide to reach the max of their capabilities? The answer for this question is through the plan competition. In the plan competition, the plan competition is a challenge that can ensure planners worldwide to push themselves to the max, and also to push their treatment planning system as well to the max. Through this challenge, you will be able to identify the limits of your treatment planning system and also the limits of your knowledge, and your limits of your knowledge may need to be improved. This is why we would like to share the best practice worldwide for planners who you may learn something from different planners who are using the same treatment planning system that you use. This is how you will improve, and the quality of plans generated by your clinic will surely improve. Now I'll be talking about the plan competition concept. So we will have a CT structure and or data set package that will include the CT structure as well as the criteria, the dosimetric criteria, and then we will announce it. On our website, and then planners worldwide will download this data set, and then after that they will start planning, and then after that they will upload their plans to our website, and then we will evaluate these plans and then select the best plans. And then after these best plans are selected, as in our case today, for example, today's the Pinnacle live webinar, which means that the top plans selected, Now the best practice or the best strategies for Pinnacle treatment planning system will be explained today by our panelists. And after that, we will like the knowledge will be shared through a live webinar as well as shared documents. In this shared documents, we will be compiling questions and answers as well as the recommendations of the top from the top planners, and then we will compile at the end of this competition. Maybe I would say in September we will be able to generate this compiled document that can be considered as a conclusion of our 2016 plan competition. This document will be considered as a reference for every treatment planning system, so that you can use it for future purposes and you will learn from it. This is the competition cycle. Planner the registration will start with the registration, then you will download the data set, and then you will perform the plan, then you will upload your plan, and then we will evaluate the plans and perform and have the score list, and then we will, after announcing the results and the winners, there will be live webinars as at this stage that we are in now, and then we will prepare a plan document, and then afterwards, after this plan document is generated, now these guidelines can be used for planners to do a follow-up plan. So if they scored, let's say 50 or 60 in their original plan, okay, on the original submitted plan, they can use these guidelines and try to improve their plan quality. And I have just an example of this that's already, even though we are way before September, but some of the top planners actually already did such a thing, and I will show you how he improved his plan just simply by attending another webinar from a different planning system. Now in today's presentation, I'll be talking about some statistics as an introduction and a case description. So close to 400 people from 55 countries registered in our competition, and close to 200, around 10 formally submitted in the deadline, before the deadline, and then afterwards followed by close to 50 people submitted their plans just for educational purposes and just to evaluate their plans. And up to this moment, the number of planners registered in our competition, in our mailing list, we have close to 620, and the number is really increasing. We are very happy to tell you that the competition is enlarging more and more, and especially after the IAEA agency, they accepted and they requested from us to send them all the details about our plan competition, and they shared our website and our competition on their medical radiation physics main page. Now participants, we have mostly from we have close to 40 people from Saudi Arabia, 60 people from India, and 50 from France, and people from France up to now, they're still increasing. I'm really happy that French people are very, very excited to this competition, and based on the results that I'm having, close to maybe 6 or 8 out of the top 20 were from France. This shows how advanced their planners are. And today's example is also another panelist is another example. We have Timothee and Ludovic. They are both from France, and we have from the States, we have 40 people also people worldwide from the States. They are well known as best planners as well, and we are from Germany, from Brazil, and different countries. And treatment planning system, mostly like close to 260% from all the planners participating in our competition were using Eclipse. We have Monaco, we have Pinnacle, we have Raystation, and other treatment planning systems. So activities so far, we have completed already Eclipse TPS live webinar, and then followed by Monaco TPS live webinar, and today we are having Pinnacle. All the videos are almost in the last stages of processing, and we are creating a YouTube channel, and we will upload all these videos on the YouTube channel, and I will send you as soon as the videos are ready, I will send you the YouTube channel that we're having, so that you can have access to the videos as soon as you can and as many times as you can. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, when it comes to the website, this is our website. When you open it, it needs to be updated. So it will be updated soon, hopefully. So now when you scroll down, you can see all the tabs. You can look at all the information inside every tab. And in the evaluation responses, we have close to 165 or 166 forms submitted from the planners. And based on these feedbacks that we have from them, we make sure that our next competition will be driven by their suggestions and recommendations. So from now, like in the coming few slides, I'll be just discussing few of the results or the feedback or the decisions that we have made based on the feedback of the participants. So the first question was, how did you hear about the planned competition? Close to 43% they heard about it from colleagues. This shows you how personal sharing can make it really very popular. And as you can see, 43 people just simply heard about it from their colleagues. So please, we would like you to share it with your colleagues. Now, do you feel that such competition was beneficial and improved your planning skills? 95% said yes. And I hope that in the future we can avoid the problems that this 5% people faced in order to make it really useful and beneficial for them. Now, what's the site you suggest to be selected for our next competition? Like close to 70% people suggested to have it head and neck. This is why the decision has been made that the 2017 planned competition will be head and neck nasal case. Now, what's the given time? Now, when we discussed about the time, we noticed that like 70% of people said that 2 weeks is more than enough. And when we said, okay, can you suggest a new time, how long the time that will be enough in your opinion? Like close to 65% of the people said that 3 weeks is good time. So this is why the next competition, 3 weeks time, will be the time dedicated for the next competition. Now, we would like to make it also clinically relevant, because if we make it 4 months or 4 weeks or 5 weeks, it will not be really clinically relevant. So we're trying to balance between two things, but we also understand that most planners worldwide, they are so busy in their clinical load. So if we said 1 week, which is clinically relevant, it will not be good enough for them, because they have also clinical responsibilities they need to perform. So we need to balance between realistic as well as enough time to do good plan. Now, would you recommend this competition to your colleagues? Like 99% people said yes, and we're trying our best, as I said, to avoid the difficulties that we have faced from our first competition. And I hope that our competition is based on the growth that we are having now, even though we are like 8 months before the next competition, or more than that, maybe 9 months. I can assure you that I think hopefully next competition will be something like close to 600, 700, if not more. So please share it with your colleagues. I hope that next competition will be thousands. Now, about case description, I will not go into details about it. I will just simply, in general, it's just a left breast case, and the dose is that is left breast with axilla and supraclavicular lymph nodes. The total dose is 50 gray in 25 fractions. The protocol followed is 1304, and the criteria is a little bit squeezed. And the techniques used were 3D CRT, IMRT, and VMAT. General criteria also submitted as part of the data package. And pencil beam was not accepted. And also plans needs to be deliverable. Not only good high quality plan, it should be deliverable when it comes to treatment time, as well as the quality assurance performed for it. Now, this is like the why it's challenging. So simply close to 45 points out of 100 is about target coverage, and the rest distributed in for heart, lung, and contralateral breast, and the right lung, as well as the spinal cord. So how to get started? In general, in any planning system, no matter what planning system you are using, we have these main three stages: contouring, field geometry, optimization. The TPS is going to use these inputs in order to generate outputs. If you contoured your case properly, you have a very good, a very carefully selected field geometry, and you understand your optimizer very well in order to know how to push it and utilize all its capability perfectly. All these inputs, good inputs, will result into in good outputs. And this is how why we are having this live webinar. We are trying to share the best contouring, the best field geometry, the best optimization with respect to other planners. Other planners worldwide, they have different minds, they have different ways to think about any difficult situations. With sharing all their knowledges or their knowledge, this will make sure that you guys will broaden your horizon, and also will improve your plan quality. So it's really a sharing knowledge for better quality sessions. Now how planners have achieved such high quality plans in our left breast challenging cases. Now let's find out. Now I will start now with Timothy. So he will be explaining and describing his techniques in our plan competition.
Hi all. I will show you now how I could achieve this high quality plan. So let's begin with. So let's talk a little about competition criteria, then contouring stage, arc geometry, then optimization, to finish with the result and some conclusion. So the competition criteria was almost easy to reach. For me, the most huge difficulty was the left lung, which was really hard to have. So this is a point you have to control very well the dose in the interface between the PTV and the left lung. So to achieve that, begin the contouring, creating the left lung with a margin of 1 centimeter, and for all the target we have, for the PTV tot eval and all the sub-target that there was, you could segment them in two parts. The part that overlap with the left lung with 1 centimeter margin, and the other part which is more far from the lung. I usually had another control on a thin internal ring of 4 mm inside the target to control the dose in the border of the target. I separate between the part that is near the lung and the other. To control the dose outside the target, I use a 7 mm ring with a small gap between the target and the ring of 4 mm. And since I use a non-coplanar beam, I have to draw the head of the patient, because to avoid the dose to go there. And for the part that is not near the lung, I use another ring of 1 centimeter without gap with the PTV, just to increase the conformality in this area. And then to control the low dose region, I use the whole body that I trimmed with a margin of 2.5 centimeters, and manually I trimmed this area to put another constraint on it. These two areas will be used for the optimization. For the organ at risk, I didn't create a lot of optimization area. Just for left lung, I use a 4 mm gap for the optimization array. And for the spine, just create a margin of 5 mm to be sure that the dose will be smallest as possible in this area. And for me, there was no need to create another ROE for the other organ at risk. For the axiometry, I put the isocenter in the middle of the distance of the PTV on the y-axis, the y-axis, to have the whole target in the beam, and in the XZ plane, I put it on the interface between HERT and PTV, because it's the area where the dose has to be well controlled. So this is there that your dosimetry will benefit the most from the non-divergence of the beam. So I use three non-coplanar beams with reduced gantry rotation from 290 degrees to up to 180, which was sufficient to irradiate correctly its target and spare the contralateral organ at risk. I use only 1 energy with 6 megavolt flat beam. And so for the optimization, I decrease the threshold patient to allow the computation in the low density area near the skin. That improves the conformality in this area. So for the optimization, I begin with target, so which are all separated between the part of the target that are near the lung, which where I put a mean dose of 48 and max dose to 50, and all targets that do not overlap with lung left with 1 centimeter margin. Put a higher dose, mean dose to 50 gray and max dose to 51.5 gray. And the CTV is treated separately to be sure that the global max location is inside the CTV. So I segmented all the target because more the error, more the structure is small, and more the constraint will be powerful. So I put a lot of structure to be sure the dose is as I want to. So I put this target max LD with the E equal 1, which means the average dose, max to 52 gray. And then I put some constraint from the rings with the ring 1, which is the 7 mm with 4 mm gap, max dose to 47, and then with on the ring that is on the supraclavicular area, the max dose is to 51. And then the manual ring that was body trimmed, I put max dose of 40 gray, and the trimmed area, the max dose was 45 to allow higher dose in this area. Then I begin the optimization by SVD calculation. I just compute in SVD because it's fast and it's good precision. So when I am happy with the coverage, I put gradually all the organ at risk The first is the breast right, then the heart, the lung right. This criteria was easy to achieve. So when I was happy with this and the criteria was reached, I just tried to gradually decrease the dose to the lung. That was the most difficult part. And I fit with this criteria, the max deviation of 4.75 gray and 47%, 10 gray to 20%, and 20 gray to 3%. So when all the constraints were good for me, I reset all the computation and make a new computation with 100 iteration first, and then recompute again with 40 iteration. I had to create 7 times hotspot and cold spot because I have a lot of difficulty to get the max dose location inside the CTV. So I was patient and create a lot of hotspot and cold spot until the dosimetry was really achieved as I wanted. So finally we get a plan looking like this with a good dose. Almost criteria was reached, and the more difficult was the lung left, which was not totally reached, and some confirmation about PTV that can be increased too. So when I did patient-specific QA, I have some major results, so it was not the best I had, but it's based on clinical criteria. Like the 3% 3 mm gamma index was 43.7% from the first measurement, and second was 91.5%. So our passing result have to be more than 90%, and the 4% 3 mm have to be more than 95%, with 20% low dose threshold. So in conclusion, for me the isosynth allocation is very important both for target conformality and organ sparing. That it have to be well chosen for the because this area of the isocenter is the area where you best control the dose and you can have the more modulation possibilities. Segmentation of the target helps very well to control the dose for both target and organ at risk. So I did many try, and for me non-coplanar beams are not really necessary, but I have the best result with it. But without non-coplanar beam, I have really quality really near than this plan. But so it was clinically, I think I might choose the without non-coplanar beam because it's more easy to do. But the best result for this competition was with the non-coplanar beam, so I chose to send this. So thank you very much to listen to me. We'll let Ludovic speak about his way of planning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Timothy, for your informative presentation. I really appreciate your participation and the time that you dedicated to prepare this webinar. I really appreciate that. And now we will go and to Ludovic.
Okay. Okay. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I would like to welcome all of you in my presentation today, and I would like to thank Ahmad Nobah for the effort he has made for this competition and for inviting me to be one of the Pinnacle panelists. So first I will present you my plan that I made with auto planning system. So with auto planning system, I didn't use virtual structure like because there are not there isn't any intersect with PTV. There isn't any intersection between PTV and lung left and spinal cord and PTV. So the only virtual structure I create are hotspots and cold spots points to reduce and to increase those. I tried to make the same plan with without auto planning, and for this I use just a ring for the supraclavicular PTV and a limit PTV structure, which is external airway minus PTV plus 2 centimeters. So now one of the most important things for me is the isocenter location. So I place it in the center of the patient in the lateral direction to avoid collision, and in the center of the PTV total valves because he's big. So you have to place your isocenter in the center of this volume, and at 13 centimeters from the breastbone to avoid collisions too. Now I will talk to you about my ballistic. So I used 2 arcs with 6 megavolt energy. These arcs start at 174 degrees to avoid the lungs, the left lungs, and to contribute to the post part of the PTV total valve. And it's he finished at 281 degrees to be tangent to the PTV total valve and to avoid the breast right. So it's very important to give the best angulation to your arcs to improve your algorithm efficiency. And I ask 70 seconds for my 2 arcs, so 70 seconds for each one. And the auto planning system gives me 2 arcs with 80 seconds. So I did not ask more because you will lose efficiency. For the collimator, I choose an angle of 0 degrees because we have the agility collimator from Electa, and I consider the interleaf leakage transmission as negligible. And for the size is automatically fixed by Pinnacle. So now my optimization process, it's in 4 steps. First, to define the target and OR optimization goals. And after starting auto planning and observe, you have to have a good base. And with this good base, after you just have to fine-tune your objectives and weightings. And finally, you can, if necessary, adjust your UMS number. So this is my goals that I enter in the auto plan window. So I just ask 50 gray in the PTV, so it's eval, and for the OR I define optimization goals more strictly than asked in the plan competition, and all the priority are high. I ask more strictly, because you want to be the best. So you can ask it to the auto planning system, and if he can, he will do it. If he can't, he won't give you any bad results. So ask him. So when you finish with your optimization goals, you start auto planning. It's 50 iterations, and you observe. This is your base. So here you can see the thin dashed lines that I have submitted, and in the medium solid lines, what you get after just starting the auto planning. So you can see that auto planning gives you very good results, and finally you just have to fine-tune your objectives after that. So the first thing to fine-tune your objectives is to focus on the target coverage first. You have to get a very good coverage with good homogeneity, and after that, when you finish with this point, you have to try to satisfy all your ORS criteria. So this step must be done gradually and not too fast, because if you ask something too strong, you will disturb the optimization and your result will be bad. So don't ask something very hard to obtain, because you won't have a good dosimetry, you will lose your base, and you will have to start again from zero your optimization. And when you are fine with your organoid criteria, it means that you think you did the best as you can. Work again, maybe, if it's necessary, with your dose homogeneity, because if you work with it again, you can maybe increase your UMS number manually and satisfy the hard criteria and the PTV total. So for me, the most important things is to know how your optimizer works. It means to try a lot of things, to try different plan with maybe 2 arcs, 3 arcs, different configuration with your arcs to place your isocenter in a different localization, and to make your own experience. And the second thing, very important, so it's the isocenter location, the gantry's angulation, and to fine-tune gradually your objectives. I tried to make this plan without auto planning, and I have similar results. And I did this plan only with 2 virtual structures, so limit PTV that I explained to you before, and a ring PTV on the supraclavicular structure of 5 millimeters to have a good conformity in the PTV supraclavicular. And after that, so you have to fine-tune your weightings and your objectives. And you start again 20 iterations, and you see, you observe. And you fine-tune again, and you start again 20 iterations, and you observe. And for me, that's my process to win points for this plan challenge, and to satisfy all your criteria. So here you can see my different objectives and my different ponderations for starting plan, and to get a good base without auto planning. So the reason why I used auto planning is because you can have a very good base and very fast. So we use it clinically in our clinic, and I use it for this plan competition to go fast So now my QA patient. So I use a Mosaic Recon and Verify and Synergy Accelerator with Agility Collimator. And for the QA system, it's Octavius 2D and Octavius 729 matrix. So for this plan, we have not very good result, but we accept this kind of result for this kind of localization. And we made some tests, and we have a better result with Octavius 3D. So it's because with the Octavius 2D, she doesn't turn with the gantry. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Ludovic, for such an informative talk. And as I said, I would like to say how dedicated you guys are, not only in just getting these impressive plans, but also the time that you shared with us in order to present, to share your knowledge, in order to improve the quality of the planners worldwide. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate your time and presentation.
Thank you.
So as I said, as announcement is the IAEA website, and then the second thing is that most important thing I would like to share with you as well is there is a Dropbox. There is a Dropbox that I already sent a link to all the planners in our mailing list. That includes all the webinars in a PDF format, as well as the best plans template. So if you have used the Monaco, you will have I think one or two plans as a best plan in Monaco. So you can simply import it and see how the planner could make it. And also this is the same thing for Eclipse, for IMRT, as well as VMAT. But I would really suggest and recommend that anyone would like to start, not to look at these best plan templates. I would like you to start your own and try your best, and then after that you send me your plan, and I can evaluate it and then send you back the results, and then you can follow the guidelines in the webinar, as well as you can follow the methodology of the best plans in order to see how you can improve. But if you looked at the best plans right away, you will not learn anything. And also another thing is that after every webinar, I will be sharing questions. I will send a Google document for everyone so that you can share your questions, and these questions will be collected and forwarded to experts worldwide. These questions will be answered in a very good way, and with a graphical presentation, I would say, with the screenshots, and so to explain clearly how to answer your questions. So this is why we would like you guys to fill it. This will be in June 24th. So in this Friday I will send it to you, so please fill it. And the next webinar will be for tomotherapy treatment planning system. It will be on July 14th, and the link will be shared soon. Next webinar is the race station. After that, in July 17th, the link also will be shared soon. And the follow-up plan, as I said, will be in August 14th, 2016, for the same case, but following our guidelines. And I hope that everyone who did not score, or who he or she feels that they did not do well, so following these recommendations and the guidelines of the top planners worldwide, I'm sure you can improve and submit a better plan. Now, this is a very thing I would like really to share with you guys, is that one of our top planners in Monaco, his name is Rui Silva from Portugal. He's a medical dosimetrist. When he submitted the plan, in February 2016, he scored 82.4, and he was among he was one of the main panelists in our previous Monaco live webinar. After he attended the Eclipse live webinar, he had a new idea about the field geometry, and he just simply sent me an email right after the Eclipse, thanking me about the webinar and telling me that you know what, can I do another plan and send it to you so that you can evaluate it? I said, why not, please do that. And then within, after 1 day or 2 days, he just simply used the same methodology that another planner used when from Eclipse when it comes to arc geometry. He used exactly that Eclipse plan field geometry, and he implemented in his Monaco plan, and his presentation, as you can see here, he scored in the previous one 82.4, and when he used the geometry of another planner, he scored 91. So this shows you the importance of learning from each other. Okay, the importance of learning from each other, and how you can still improve and you can learn from others. And also I would like really to thank Joy Silva for his time that he dedicated, even though the competition is ended when it comes to the competition, but he still has a very strong spirit, and he simply repeated the plan and in order to improve it. And as you can see, like 9 points is not easy to raise your score. It's really, it requires hours and hours, but simply he used different geometry with the same optimization methodology, and he could achieve better plan. This shows you how good inputs will lead to good outputs. And just as a reminder, you can join us, guys, in our WhatsApp group, and then this is the number for the administrator, which is Ahmad Nobah, myself. And in case you would like to join our mailing list, please send me an email on anoba@kfshrc.edu.sa. At the end, I would really like to thank every one of you who attended this presentation, and I hope that you guys will be with us in the next activities, as well as be with us, helping us in improving the competition and for better in the 2017. And also would like you to share the competition with all your colleagues, so that next year we will our community will get bigger and bigger. Thank you very much.